Welcome back everybody, Bakuzilla here, and today we will be taking a look at the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 2019. Starting off with the paint, it is pretty minimal on this figure, but then again, Godzilla really doesn't need a lot of paint. I mean, this version of him doesn't even have white spikes on his back, so really, it is just black with iron paint and mouth paint. The teeth, I will say, are kind of sloppy, and one of the eyes is looking a different direction. Both eyes are looking different directions. So, I mean, the teeth aren't too bad, but they are, they're not perfect. And yeah, the eyes are googly. About the sculpt is basically movie accurate. There's nothing really else to say. The gills are there, all the spikes are perfect. It's just, there's nothing really to say about it other than it's movie accurate. So, yeah, and that's all I have to say on that. As for the articulation, we have quite a bit of posability here, as is with the S.H.MonsterArts. We can look up really far with this guy because of the accessories he comes with. Look down this far. Can look side to side. Just a full 360 motion here. The mouth opens, and the tongue does move a little bit. If you can get that. There's just a lot of joints in the chest here. These guys are kind of, you can tell they're there, but they don't like to move. On the chest here, crunch down that far, and crunch up that far. He can't really move side to side. The full range, left to right. As for arms, they are kind of stuck in there, but they do have 360 motion if you actually can manage to move them. They can move out, kind of. It's really just really stiff joints. Elbow, full 360, can move like so. The arm is on a ball joint, so you can move that whichever way you want it. The legs also on a 360 motion. I'm not going to do it because I feel like I'm going to damage paint and stuff, but yeah, you get it. 360, can move out, move in, that. So yeah, the knee can kick out that far and go back that far. Over here at the ankle, you have a nice pivot. You can move it out, in and out, and turn it. As for the tail, it has a bunch of segments. Each one of these is a segment until it comes here, around here at the tail. So this last bit right here, I have my fingers on, that is just a solid piece, but everything else is a segment, so you can get some pretty nice tail motions. Not very articulated, oh, that's also a problem. The tail likes to pop off, at least for mine. Okay, it snaps on pretty easily, but still annoying. So you can get some range, but I think it's some of the worst articulation for a tail. That's how much I can get it to one side. It's good. Don't get me it's got motion. It's S.H.MonsterArts. It's gonna have motion, but it's just not as good as other S.H.MonsterArts. But yeah, that is it for the articulation. For the accessories, it comes with an exchangeable mouthpiece with atomic blast effect and the actual atomic breath. This is just a recolor of the 2014 one, so if you have the 2014 one, it works with this. But what you do, you can get this guy's jaw out of here. Bottom jaw. Oh, and also apparently the rest of it? That's not supposed to happen. Okay. I'll be right back. Okie dokie, so the entire like, that piece of his face fell out. Not supposed to happen, but it was easy enough to put back in. The glue didn't stick. That's a problem. If it happens again, I'll probably just glue it myself. But yeah, you take out the jaw, the bottom jaw, and you take this one, and you just finesse it in there. There we are. So now, yes, atomic breath. What I did notice is that this side looks like that. That side looks like that. So there's a lot more space over on this side, and they're not painted. So, yeah. But once you do that, you can stick this into here. And yeah, this is mainly to try and represent the poster. Like, if you look up, like that, you stick that in there. It's gotten loose over time, but I know that I can manage. I know it works. Bear with me. Okay, it's not perfectly straight up, but as you can see, I'm gonna hold it up for a little while. But as you can see, that doesn't work very well. So let's take this back out. Hopefully not with the entire face. Kind of. I'm gonna put this regular jaw back in. As soon as I get it back in, there we are. No, it's not in yet. There we go. There we are. Or, if you don't want to do that, which is, you know, not the best choice in my opinion, but it does look cool, I guess. You can always take a stand, and it does have a little peg under here. You can just plug in and position it into the mouth. And you can do that. I wish they did include the stand. That would have been very nice, but they didn't. This is the one I got from Kiryu. Because it looks really good with the stand. And it wouldn't have taken much to add. So, yeah. But the stand is not included. It's just these two. And, yeah, that's about it for accessories. For size comparisons, here we have him next to the Studio Series 51 Deluxe Class Soundwave. My previous review, the S.H.MonsterArts Kiryu. The Jurassic World Nasutoceratops. And finally, Chaos Garganoid Ultra. For my final thoughts and ratings, Starting off with the paint, I will give it a 4 out of 5. Again, the paint is pretty minimal, but there's nothing really you could do with this guy since looks like that. But he does come with googly eyes, and the teeth aren't really that well painted. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for the paint. For the sculpt, I will give it a 5 out of 5. It is basically movie accurate. I see literally nothing wrong with this. It's just Godzilla from the movie. So yeah, articulation, I will give it a 4 out of 5. It's S.H.MonsterArts, so it's obviously gonna be good, but some joints are stiff and the tail doesn't have that well of articulation as other S.H.MonsterArts figures. But overall, the articulation is pretty good, 4 out of 5. For the size, it is your basic 6-inch Godzilla, so 5 out of 5 there. Like, nothing you can do there. It's 6-inch, base like almost every single Godzilla figure. 99% of them, 6-inch. So, gotta give it a 5 out of 5 there. And I went backwards. I was supposed to say articulation first, so articulation, I will give it a 3 out of 5. The breath effect does look cool, I will say that. And the mouthpiece that it comes with, if you do manage to get it working, does look nice, but after a while it gets loose and it doesn't really do it anymore. So that's kind of a bummer, but it does look cool, and I would have liked to see at least them put a stand in there so we can use the breath effect without having to use the mouthpiece, because literally the mouthpiece does not hold it unless it's pointing straight up. So if you want him to be shooting his breath effect at something, you're gonna have to buy a separate stand for that, which kind of sucks. But then again, this is like one of the cheapest S.H.MonsterArts figures I've ever seen. It is the cheapest I've ever seen. I don't know if maybe there's like one or two, but this is one of the cheapest, so yeah. But anyway, overall, I'll give this figure a 4 out of 5. Very nice. If you do like the Legendary Monsterverse, this is probably, if you're, don't get the 2014 one, get this one. This one's really nice. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.